Hey, welcome to the channel. Technical Brad here. We have an absolutely beautiful day here. It is approaching mid-March and the temperatures are getting close to 70 degrees. So we have a little project here today. We're going to do an oil change on our John Deere Z910a, which is right here. We've done a couple of other videos on this, on maintenance on the old John Deere 910. And today we're going to do an oil change. So a couple of things that we have. Of course, we have 2 quarts of oil, and we have a new oil filter. We have the filter wrench and a giant screwdriver. So we're going to get at it right now, and we're going to change the oil on this engine. And so as we look down in here on the John Deere, we have a valve that is connected to the bottom of our block, and it has a hose hooked to it. Now what that's going to do is we're going to open that valve, and then the oil is going to drain out of that hose into our container down here below. So there's 2 ways of doing that. It can either be used with a wrench, or I come in with a jumbo screwdriver. And we put it in the slot there, and we just give this a turn to open it up, like so. Give her a few turns here to open up the valve. Also, of course, we want to remove now. I have warmed this thing up. I gotta back her out there pretty far, as you can see. Now we got the oil draining out of it. And as we look down here, we see that, yeah, it's running out right there. Alright, so we'll let that drain for a few minutes, and then we'll take the filter off. Now the filter is located right up here, right above where our drain is. Our drain's down here, and the filter is right here. Relatively easy to get to. It is on the right side of the vehicle as we look down in here. And of course, you want to undo your filler tube there. That'll allow it to drain a little better, a little quicker. So yeah, we'll let that go for a few, and then yeah, we'll be back. So now that is done draining, so we will tighten up our plug here. I did run the motor for about 15 minutes here. We've had the thing out running. I actually had it out yesterday running. That was the first time since last fall. So we are coming through our winter time here, and actually it's not over. We're gonna, this time in March, it's unusual for us to be this warm. And so we'll get that tightened up. And so I'm sure we have some more winter to go, but it's a beautiful day to be out here in the driveway and getting the oil changed. So we'll take that filter off next. Put your wrench on there. And you got a wrench to fit on it. Just give her a couple of spins there. Pull it out through the top. Oh, now unfortunately we get oil coming out of it there, as you can see. And as we look down in it here, this is our filter. We have some oil in there. We'll go ahead and pull that out. The rest of that out in our pan there. Yeah. Now we want to clean our base up there, and we'll go ahead and we'll do that with a paper towel. We'll come in here. Unfortunately, like I say, you're going to get oil coming off of the filter. You want to make sure you clean that surface off there real real good. Like so. And we'll clean up some of this oil here too. Wipe up any residue there. Okay. Now it's going to be time to get the new filter ready. So we have our filter here. This is the GY20577. It's also the AM125424, and it fits on a lot of different John Deeres. We have the LA120 as well, our riding mower. This is the same filter that fits on that. It's also a 2-cylinder 22-horse engine. I believe this engine is a Kohler engine, but I'll have to check that. Actually, I think it's a Kawasaki engine. But anyway, John Deere used different engines along the way. So this is our filter now. The only thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take some new engine oil. I'm going to put it around my seal here. And the reason for that is that will help it seal to the engine down there. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil here so that I can get this on my finger here and get this a little wet all around our seal. And that's just going to help this seal up when we put it onto the engine. Now, as we notice, our engine filter has changed. This is the one we took off, and this is the one we're putting on. AM125424. That's the one we took off. AM125424C. So that is a different one there. That's interesting. Not sure why they changed that. It's kind of disheartening. They seem to be the same size and all as we look at them there. That's always disheartening when you've used something for so long and now, okay, now it's changed. And it's like, okay, well, what's this gonna do? But anyway, we'll put this up in here. It is for the John Deere. And like I say, we've got oil on there, so we just put this on here. Hope that it screws on, which it does. Once it starts to tighten up, now what I do is I just hand tighten this. And I'm going to use cloth on here because it's all oily. But I just give her a couple of good twists on there, and that's pretty well hand tight, like so. So this is where we fill our oil up. We have the dipstick and the cap fits in there. We have that up here. And we'll just take our first quart of oil, take the cap off, and get him down in here where we can hopefully hit that pretty good. Like so. The oil I'm putting in it is also warm. I've had it inside. Like I say, we're approaching 70 degrees today. That's unusual because we're average high this time of year for us is 50. So we're having a bit of a heat wave. We will take our second quart. And we'll try to pour it in to where we get it all in. There we go. And once we start this up and get that filter filled up, make sure we have no leaks, then we should register full on it. Like so. And this is the turf guard. This is John Deere oil. SAE, it's a 10W30 oil. And we'll put our cap back on there, and then we'll get ready to fire this thing up and make sure we have no leaks. A bit and just make sure it works good. Seems to be working pretty decent. Over here this side. No oil leaking, so that's good. Good deal. Ready for another season of cutting the grass.